fate.
I didn't realize they gave us emergency traffic.
Changed the locks.
You changed the locks?
We were going to
Okay.
today. So
Who are these people that are in there?
To the side door, and I could hear people talking.
Officers responded to a home.
So the landlord is there, and she was coming there to change the lock, and it looks like she done found some squatters in her property. Allegedly. The caption says squatters realize their fake lease is useless. So without further ado, let's get into it.
I didn't realize they gave us emergency traffic.
Changed the locks.
You changed the locks?
We were going to
Okay.
today. So
Who are these people that are in there?
To the side door, and I could hear people talking.
Officers responded to a home listed for sale after
That's
a
crazy.
real estate agent discovered the locks had been changed and heard
Oh, real
voices
estate
inside,
agent.
even though the property was supposed to be vacant.
Hold on. They got it locked. Let's go. Over here. Pivots. Do not separate from me.
Officers surrounded the house and ordered everyone inside to come out. Moments later, a woman, her 2 adult daughters, and a baby walked out after officers confirmed multiple people were inside.
Nobody else?
Boy, some of y'all be playing some stupid games, winning some stupid prizes. You done wallsed up into somebody's property. Done wallsed your butt into somebody's property. You know you ain't supposed to be there. Now you got cops with their pistols out trying to understand what's going on. They don't know what they're walking into. Danger. It could be anything. So they're armed and ready. And meanwhile, it's just y'all just playing dumb games, winning dumb prizes. Allegedly. Because we still got to find that out. But y'all, before we get back into it and see the confrontation, the initial confrontation, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's literally just a click. Literally just a click. So if you're here anyway, might as well click that like button. And also if you can hype the video as well.
Officers surrounded the house and ordered everyone inside to come out. Moments later, a woman, her 2 adult daughters, and a baby walked out after officers confirmed multiple people were inside.
Nobody else
My
inside?
daughter,
This, her right here? All right, come on
the
out.
baby girl.
7 marker. We're 10, 12, 4.
We asked when we asked you to.
Yes, but we come.
You said you chose not to.
I said, come to the side door, please.
The woman insisted they hadn't heard officers at the front door because they exited through the back. She confidently claimed they had a legitimate lease, along with cable bills and lawn service records.
He says she confidently claimed they had a legitimate lease. What was the other proof that they said they had? That's important. But she confidently claimed that they have a legitimate lease. Imagine somebody confidently claiming something that they know they don't. And you have either the owner or the real estate agent there right now who knows that you're playing in their face like, ma'am, the jig is up. Go ahead and just stop the charade right here. She gonna still confidently proclaim that she has a lease. Let's see. Maybe she was scammed. Maybe she was scammed. That's far-fetched in my opinion. But who knows? But they said she had some other proof too. Hold on.
Exited through the back. She confidently claimed they had a legitimate lease, along
what
with
else?
cable bills and lawn service records, saying
with
the
cable
family had
bills.
been living there for nearly 3 months.
Cable. I have my lawn service crew that comes. Been here too. And I
Lawn
have
service.
September 1st, October 1st, and I don't understand. Like,
What are you paying for rent?
me, my sister, and my cousin, we all took to jail.
She explained that 4 adults were sharing the home, each paying little by million a month, claiming they had collectively paid thousands of dollars toward the property under what they believed was a legitimate rental agreement.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got $600. So they saying that y'all got them for stealing something. But everything is mine. We brought everything. We bought everything. It was completely when he gave me the keys.
She said the family received the keys from a man identifying himself as Mr. Kareem from a company called 5 Star Real Estate, explaining they had rented the home
5 Star
for a
Real
year
Estate.
after their previous house became unlivable.
So, yeah, I'll get to this. Let's start off with...
Before we get to this, I really don't believe this. Mr. Kareem. Okay. Abdul Jabbar. But look, listen. Is it that easy? Is it that easy to where you just identify a property that's vacant, and then not only do you move your stuff in there, she done set up cable. She got lawn service coming. They're really living rent free, allegedly. And they done moved in furniture probably. Like they done set it up like it's their house. They done turn the electricity on. They got the cable in there, living rent free. Because what I wish the officers would have just inquired about, she's talking about all this stuff that anybody can do, cable bill, and then just paying some workers to come for $50 every 2 weeks and cut your grass, or every month and cut your grass. Ma'am, that's not proof. All he would have had to say is, okay, you made an agreement with Mr. Kareem. I'm guessing you're still paying rent though. You pay rent. You have to pay rent. What, you join 5-Star Real Estate and you just made an agreement with a real estate company and they let you live for free? So y'all are paying rent. So that means there's going to be records of this. Records of you paying rent. That's the easy way to just go ahead and we can just go ahead and get to the nitty-gritty right now. Where are your records of you paying rent? Show me that. She gonna be like, oh, we pay cash. Okay, well, show me where you take out the exact amount of cash every month to be able to pay it. Show something. That's the easy thing to prove. So the fact that you don't go to that, even though I wish the officer would have went to that, but the fact that she didn't go to that, wouldn't the average person think about you in your situation? If somebody just came and said that you weren't paying rent that you pay, the first thing you would do is you would pull up, oh, I've been paying this rent. So you better go talk to somebody else. Look, I can show you records of me paying rent. Isn't that what the average person would do? A lot of times when you're evaluating situations, all you got to do is think about what would you do in the situation? And then you can compare it with what they do, with what they did instead. And then it becomes very clear that it's fraudulent and that it's ultimately false.
They had rented the home for a year.
He said he rented the
Family
home for a year.
received the keys from a man identifying himself as Mr. Kareem from a company called 5-Star Real Estate, explaining they had rented the home for a year after their previous house became unlivable.
Can't you tell?
Yeah, I'll get to this. Let's start.
Can't you tell she's just making this up on her head? Okay, who did you rent it from? His name was Mr. Kareem. Mr. Kareem? F around be her uncle's name. And then he'd be like, or her ex-boyfriend, or her ex-boyfriend's name or something. Then they're like, okay, what was the company name? 5-Star Real Estate. Oh, really? 5-Star Real Estate. Huh. Okay.
Unlivable.
So, yeah, I'll get to this. Let's start off with, which room do you sleep in, ma'am? Or what's your name?
My name is.
You want me to call you? Which one?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. All right, miss.
As officers began identifying everyone, the woman initially gave only the name Lisa. They then examined her lease documents and compared them with records from the property's legitimate real estate representative.
It's a mobile home, and I have to redo. The floors was caved in. I have holes on the porch and everything. We had to do $7,000 down, but installments since it's the four of us.
How did we get $7,000 down?
Officers quickly uncovered multiple red flags in the supposed lease. The paperwork contained inconsistent handwriting. The listed real estate company couldn't be verified, and the office address turned out to be completely fake.
I didn't realize they gave us emergency traffic.
Dude, all you got to do is ask of the transaction records. Ma'am, okay, you paid $7,000 down. Where can you show us that? Because for all you got to do is get the specific facts first. When did you first move in here? 3 months ago on this date. Okay. See if that lines up with the lease thing that she gave you. Now, okay, and what were the terms? The terms, I pay $1,800 a month. I had to put $7,000 down. Okay. It turns for 12 months. Okay, whatever. All right. So now I have a timeline. I have a time of when you moved in. And now I have the accurate numbers that you had to pay up front, as well as what you should have been paying recurringly over these 3 months. So now, what documentation can you show me that will align with, one, those numbers, and two, that date? I should see you have pulled out $7,000 from somewhere, right? From the bank, somewhere. And it's for y'all, right? Y'all said y'all split this all for y'all. So you all should all have some type of record, some type of statement where y'all all pulled out money, a large amount of money, over $1,000. Y'all should all have a statement somewhere where y'all all pulled out over $1,000 around this date time. At least two of y'all. Oh, y'all all don't have bank accounts. All four of y'all don't have bank accounts, huh? That's how we could easily just get to this, get down to the nitty gritty. Honestly, they would stop right in their tracks. But hey, again, y'all, if you could like the video, only takes a second, and it helps out more than you know. All right. Again, remember, so we're at the lease part, right? I believe he was looking at the lease, and remember, this is about they realize their fake lease is useless. So let's see what happens now in part 2.
I see some type of license or some sort of business backing where it's your name on a card with your, because he's still going to be considered a realtor, right?
The family admitted they never visited a real estate office, instead handing cash directly to a man known only as Kareem at the property. The so-called lease contained no real estate.
All four of them just handed cash, huh? Okay. When did you withdraw the cash? Where did you withdraw the cash from? We can still pin that down.
Cash directly to a man known only as Kareem at the property. The so-called lease contained no real estate license number, official seal, or any of the legal requirements for a valid rental agreement.
You never saw any paperwork on the house prior to, right?
No, I'm not really from this. I'm from Marion County.
Mm-hmm.
This is in different handwritings. The business on here doesn't exist.
Five-star realty,
Location of this office.
Yeah.
but we met him here.
When questioned about the other names on the lease, the woman admitted that two of them had already been arrested days earlier in connection with a separate case.
Steve, Lacey, and Rashana, we was all here. So this is Mr.
Who's Brandon?
He's in one of the, he has the room on the side, by the bathroom.
Officers soon discovered the woman's
This
real
is
name
crazy.
was Felicia, after she initially identified
said
herself
Lisa.
as Lisa. When asked for identification, she
Oh, she just lying. She said her name was Lisa. Her name is Felicia. Then there's some other people apparently involved on this lease that they done been arrested. Another red flag. What did they get arrested for? I hope they can look that up. It'd be crazy if it was also fraud related. It'd be crazy they look it up and say squatting and trespassing on vacant property.
Officers soon discovered the woman's real name was Felicia, after she initially identified herself as Lisa. When asked for identification, she claimed her ID was likely inside a pickup truck parked in the garage.
Hello, Felicia. But it's Lisa.
So your real name's Felicia.
Hello?
What did she give you?
She gave me Lisa.
I don't know.
Where's your
They,
idea?
they said that,
Where's your idea?
When Felicia's phone rang, she first claimed it was someone from the rental company, only to moments later admit it was actually her husband. Officers immediately called out the contradiction.
Huh? Oh, she is lying. Oh, they done really zoomed in on her. She been lying from the beginning, and she's just starting to get caught up in a web of lies. So she answered the phone as like a deflection, as, oh, hold on, because it was getting hot in the kitchen. They was asking follow-up question after follow-up question, and they was getting deeper and deeper into her web of lies. And so she tried to answer the phone and like, hello? They're like, who was that? She told him, she panicked. She said, it's the leasing company. They're like, oh, just who we want to talk to. Perfect. Can you put it on speaker? Sounds like they defrauded you, so maybe we can go ahead and hold them accountable. and we can resolve this for you too. And oh, actually, it was my husband. He said, ma'am, all right, I'm sick of you. She just keeps lying. So now we got to get everything on you. We got to really understand who you are. And we need to really pick apart everything you say now because you keep lying. And I'm pretty sure it's illegal to lie to the police.
Only to moments later admit it was actually her husband. Officers immediately called out the contradiction, and Felicia began panicking, insisting the police were surrounding and intimidating her.
He knows the guy.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
you're lying.
I'm not lying. Y'all are
No accountability.
Like, very nervous. Yes, y'all are. Y'all covering her over.
No accountability. This no accountability stuff is getting out of control. This is what, man, this is the playbook. Every time. Every time.
And stuff like that. This is very.
Every time you start trying to hold somebody accountable and you get closer and closer to the truth. And then what they do, they got to deflect it. And now they got to put it back on you. Oh, well, you're intimidating me now. Ma'am, you just lied 10 times in a row. You're on a hot streak. And now the reason that you lie habitually is not because you're a liar. It's because they're intimidating you. They haven't done anything intimidating. They've just been simply asking questions. You are somewhere that you're not supposed to be. They've clearly articulated that. They've let you know that they have the real estate agent here. And so how did they intimidate you? They haven't intimidated you. You just lying. You're hiding something. And I hope we expose it in this video.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
you're lying.
I'm not lying. Y'all are like making me very nervous. Yes, y'all are. Y'all covering her over me and stuff like that. This is very.
Nobody's hovering over you, man.
Sir, this is scary. Like
Hovering over
A
her.
supervising officer stepped in and demanded IDs from everyone, warning that if they kept playing
IDs.
games, they could all be arrested for unlawfully occupying the home and any other crimes tied to evidence found inside.
we just moved here like 2 months ago. We paid our money. They gave us the key and everything. I don't understand. Like you can try the
How old are
key.
you? Because if you want to play this game, I'll lock all of you up and charge you with burglary. How about that?
It's getting that
and then we'll charge you with all the drugs you found inside. You want to play this game with me? Because I'm the wrong one, I promise you.
Then
Did he just say they found rugs inside? And I'm not talking about upholstery. Did he just say DD or not DDs? They found D to the rugs inside the home? Wow. You can't make this up. So they done found that inside. So you're already cooked. At this point, we just building on it. We just building on it. They done found that contraband inside the home. So now they can just take their time at this point. They already got what they need. And it doesn't really frame you in a good light either. I mean, that's pretty stereotypical of squatters. It's like crackheads go and just go in an empty house. So you fit the description. Wow.
Gave us the key and everything. I don't understand. Like you can try the
How old are you?
key.
Because if you want to play this game, I'll lock all of you up and charge you with burglary. How about that?
It's getting that
and then we'll charge you with all the drugs you found inside. You want to play this game with me? Because I'm the wrong one, I promise you.
Then came
Now
the
he's being
bombshell.
intimidating.
Dispatch confirmed Felicia had an active felony warrant out of Marion
my.
County for grand theft. In an instant, the
For
fake
grand
lease
theft.
investigation turned into the arrest of a wanted fugitive.
Put the dog in her lap. Put the dog in her lap.
Wow. Let me hear that again.
Dispatch confirmed Felicia had an active felony warrant out of Marion County for grand theft. In an instant, the fake lease investigation.
So that's why she's given this fake name, Lisa. They done finally got her real name. And it turns out she's a wanted person. She has warrants out for her arrest for grand theft. For the new game coming out. She's doing it in real life. So she just steals assets and liabilities alike. So this doesn't just extend to houses. You're doing it in cars too. Ma'am, if you didn't already fit the description, they done found contraband in the home, which then frames y'all as potential crackheads. Now, it turns out you also do GTA, which GTA, they said grand theft. They just didn't say auto, but I'm assuming it's GTA, grand theft auto. So this extends to both assets and liabilities, homes and cars. Wow. That was a real bombshell right there. So she has a warrant out for her arrest, and that's why she's been lying. It's all coming together.
Felicia had an active felony warrant out of Marion County for grand theft. In an instant, the fake lease investigation turned into the arrest of a wanted fugitive.
Put the dog in her lap. Put the dog in her lap. Now.
Mama,
Stand up.
what did I do?
Turn around.
What did I do? What did I
Hands on
do?
your back. Hands on your back. Don't resist. Do not resist. Do not resist. Record it. You've got a warrant for your arrest.
Officers immediately placed Felicia in handcuffs. She loudly denied the theft allegations, insisting the warrant was a mistake because she owned a home in Marion County. Officers calmly told her that any dispute over the warrant would be settled in court. Their job was simply to enforce it.
Unless I see some.
The only thing I would say, and we have a part 3 here where we see how it ultimately resolves. So let's go to that real quick. The only thing I would say is once I would have found out she was arrested, or she had a warrant, excuse me, he probably should have waited, because it was getting real hot. Because when people start deflecting back and trying to make themselves out to be a victim and put it on you, that means you're getting real close to the truth. When they start deflecting and talking about, oh, you're intimidating me and all this. So I think he should have continued asking more and more questions, because, okay, you have a pretty open and shut case because she already has warrants out for her arrest, right? But what you have to also consider is you still want to resolve the squatting issue, because do not get this misconstrued. Crime or not, these eviction laws are weird and funky, and they don't make sense. And sometimes it really doesn't matter if somebody squatted in your home. You still have to evict them the regular way. It could be you rent a house out to somebody or an apartment out to somebody. Maybe they bring somebody over that's not on the lease and that didn't have an agreement with you. Now you may have to evict those people. It can get really weird and overly complex for no reason. And so that's why I think they should have resolved the first thing, and then you can get that other thing on the back end if you need to. You're going to do it regardless. But I think they should have kept going with their line of questioning, because they were getting close. And now they're not going to be able to really question her now, because there's not going to be, she's probably not going to answer any questions anymore. That's just my opinion, though. And also what I would have liked to see as far as for the video. I like to just see it fully get caught, where you just say, yeah. Because they clearly made that story up, in my opinion, about Mr. Hakeem or whoever it was.
I've never ever stolen anything. What did I steal in Marion County?
Ma'am, that has nothing to do with me. Now he tells me you have a warrant.
For what?
Judge, that's because a judge signed off on your warrant.
Officers then confirmed the warrant was for grand theft auto and informed Felicia she would also face an additional charge for providing a false name during the investigation.
I want to know, what did I grand theft?
I can't answer that question, ma'am.
Hey, I'm going to put this on the rental agreement. This is for this young lady. That's her medical marijuana card.
Okay.
The remaining 2 young women were interviewed separately and told officers they actually lived in Bellevue, claiming Felicia had only picked them up the day before, and they had no idea the house was being occupied illegally. To clear themselves, both signed statements confirming they did not live at the property.
She came and picked us up, and we were just hanging out. She's like a big sister to me, so.
Okay.
And that's my little sister. Well,
Okay.
technically, I just found out she's my cousin.
Okay.
So we were just hanging out.
Felicia broke down in tears, screaming for her mother and insisting she was being punished for someone else's actions. As she continued to struggle and yell, officers explained the rear compartment had been left without air conditioning, a standard setting in many patrol vehicles while transporting combative suspects.
Man, you did this on your own. How you screaming and yelling for your mama? And you know what's crazy? If a guy did that, it'd be the laughing stock of the town. It'd go viral. It'd be so funny. She's screaming and yelling for her mom. Ma'am, you victimized people. These people come in here expecting to be able to check on their property, change the locks. And you've been staying in their home, doing Lord knows what. As well as you have GTA you have an active warrant for. So and allegedly to all that. Everything allegedly. But you allegedly also victimized somebody in GTA. The new game I think is out now. So we already know what type of crime that is. And now you're like crying. I don't understand that. If you do the crime, then you may have to do the time. You take that risk when you decide to do it. And this is such an egregious one where it's so thought out, even down to you going allegedly and getting a fake lease, that I would have to think that you would have had to know the potential drawbacks to this concocted plan that you ultimately came up with.
Continued to struggle and yell. Officers explained the rear compartment had been left without air conditioning, a standard setting in many patrol vehicles while transporting combative suspects.
If you don't walk there, right, and we have to use force to get you in there, you know it's going to be another charge.
Mom, I didn't do nothing wrong and I'm being punished for somebody else's that you already got in the back of a car.
Come on, let's go.
Felicia ultimately faced a long list of serious charges, including burglary, trespassing, providing false identification, obstruction, fraud, illegal firearm possession, property damage, and drug possession, bringing the fake lease scheme to a dramatic end.
I've never ever sold any. What did I steal?
Wow. You know how you go somewhere, let's say you have a sweet tooth for the day, right? Let's say you have a sweet tooth and you say, I'm going to get an assortment of dessert delicacies. That's what I thought about when they was reading out her charges. They gave her an assortment of charges. Her charges range from so many different things. Let me hear those charges again. Because remember, she already had one. GTA.
Felicia ultimately faced a long list of serious charges, including burglary, trespassing, providing false identification, obstruction, fraud, illegal firearm possession, property damage, and drug possession, bringing...
Oh my goodness. That is a plethora and an assortment of charges. Goodness gracious. Whoa. She had one already. They didn't even mention GTA again. Imagine that when she goes to court and she has to fight this assortment of charges. Wow. And you know what's crazy? You'll have an assortment of charges like that. She won't do no time. She won't do no time. In a lot of cases. That's crazy. Y'all, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And also if you want to become a member of the channel as well, the join button's on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments where it would show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.